Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for checking out the Friendly Fire podcast. Please remember to like, comment, rate, subscribe, leave a comment. We read all the comments. Go over to Spotify. Follow us on Spotify. It keeps telling us to say that, and it's working. You guys are following like by the mass. It's really cool, which I think helps get it pushed out, so then you guys can like engage, whatever. Who cares? Please do that and enjoy the episode. It's just me and Matt today. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
It's a good bit right off the top.
Good bit.
Good bit right off the top.
Sound to 10 on Pacific. Out there. Yes, clear. Loud and clear.
Friendly fire!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We're doing it. We're doing the thing.
Welcome to the Friendly Fire podcast.
Blah, 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 blah. What's up, dude?
Nothing. What's up?
Hanging out. What's been new with me? I have tendinopathy in my elbow. I have tennis elbow right now.
How did you get tennis
I
elbow?
have no idea. I got diagnosed with tennis elbow.
You have the most diagnosis of anybody
I've been going to the I would go to the VA doctor, so I also don't know. It is just like a Chinese guy.
It's a thick shirt.
Thank you.
Well, wait. I think if we're talking to get racist 36 seconds in, if we're talking docs, Chinese is top 3 for me.
Top 3 doctors?
Yeah.
No.
I think Indian is probably number 1.
Oh, no.
What? Who do you want? Yeah, don't do that. No, we're not deep enough in the pod for that yet.
No, whoever's most qualified.
You want the home team?
Yeah, I want home field advantage.
No, I think
When they're looking at my elbow?
I think, yeah.
No, I don't care. As long as they have a medical degree, obviously. As long as they're not
Sure, of course.
As long as it's a man. Just doubling down for no reason.
Now we're talking.
No, here's my issue with the VA hospital stuff though, is that you just don't actually have a rapport with the guy. It's not your practitioner. Yeah. It's like a guy that they just is like available that day, and he looks at you and he pulled on my elbow skin. He went like pulled down on it
on your weenus?
On my weenus, fucking and it like shot pain down my whole arm. And he goes, "Did that hurt?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "You got tennis elbow." And then he was just like, "Yeah, just don't use anything for."
You just rested.
I got 2 months.
When I first started playing golf and I was like really bad. You just hit into the ground so firm. Like you hit the ground almost every time, anyways. But when you're bad, you're like.
Full force in it.
Like I got to the point where I like couldn't, and all you just got to take time off. That's the worst thing is when you're like, I'm in pain, and there's not even a thing where they're like, fuck, you're gonna have to do this and that. They're just like don't do that for a while.
Yeah.
But
it just sucks because you go like, I can't just do things.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. I didn't even work out last week, and it just started hurting.
Yeah, that sucks.
And I was like, is this what just happens?
Yeah.
What happens.
You just get like when you just get older.
It's fucking bullshit.
Your body just starts like, dude, when I fly and I take my backpack with me, by the end of a day of just walking around with a backpack, like my upper back and like shoulders are sore.
Starting to look like Bane and Batman.
I don't really know. Like I don't know what you mean by that, actually.
Tom Hardy's traps in that movie are fucking insane.
Oh,
dude.
no. I'm not a big traps
You could land
guy.
A plane on those things.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So I didn't know that was Tom Hardy for like the longest time.
I don't get the voice thing.
I don't really understand the voice either, but it's cool as fuck.
I actually hate it. I don't know if there's. Really? I don't know if there's lore behind it. This is the thing. I'm
sure there is. That's the thing. Kabaz is nodding. I'm sure there is.
He took it from this English guy that he played before that had that type of voice. He was. He
took a voice box?
He was like a.
Oh,
no, he was like a bare knuckle boxer.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Why can't I think of the name?
Oh, you're talking about the movie? Are you talking about Tom Hardy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the movie is. I know the movie you're talking about when he's got the curly mustache and he's in a cell. It's like Bruno or something like that. Or not Bruno. That's the gay movie. It's like Brunson or something.
Yeah.
It's like Brunson
Charles Bronson or something like that. Yeah.
He tweaked that voice.
But I'm saying like, why is the character?
There's probably lore deep into like the comic portion of like Bane's story. Well, because he's got the thing is the voice box.
What is the thing though?
Something happened. Now I'm remembering. Something happened. The reason he wears the mask is because his like fucking face got destroyed and something. I don't know. We're not nerds.
So then he does. So then he just
talks
like this.
People. Not to hate on people who like Batman.
He talks like this.
Do you ever wish that you had like
no.
Like
you're gonna say accent?
No. Do you ever wish that you had like a thing? Like obviously we're into stuff, right? Like, but like people who are like really into like wrestling or like comic books or like all the Marvel stuff. Like, do you ever wish you had a thing like that? Like, I just don't. Like, it feels like, especially like the comic book and like superhero universe, like I'll be with people who are like, dude, the new Spider-Man's coming out. And they're like so pumped. And I don't really get, like, I love going to movies, but I'm never like, oh, fuck, the new Knives Out or like whatever. Like, you know, like sometimes I wish I was into it and it just is objectively too late.
I think the thing that I get like that for is just the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
And I'm only there for, and I don't even commit that much. Some people know way more than me.
I just get pumped for like the Masters once a year. I'm just like, this is a good tournament. Like
For 18 weeks, I'm drinking margaritas on my couch. At 10 a.m. to watch the Vikings lose. I mean, it's just going to be Kyler Murray's running around now this next season, and we got Nicholas Sparks.
Nick Cage is playing Spider-Man?
Mm-hmm.
But it's Spider-Man Noir.
That could be cool.
He's a detective.
Who keeps shooting webs everywhere?
Oh, so I don't know.
This is like the big new one. This is like the big new one.
Yeah.
Are you pumped on it?
I want to watch it. Yeah.
It seems like it could be cool.
It seems like they kind of just tried to make it like a bit more for adults. Where like they're like
Spider-Man After Dark.
Yeah, exactly.
You can see boobs in this Spider-Man.
It's live action and he's like solving crimes instead of just like stopping bad guys from blowing up the skyscraper or whatever Spider-Man does. I don't know what our like listeners are really into, but I have a feeling there's going to be somebody who's Spider-Man furious about the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
we're not saying anything bad.
No.
Well, you didn't call them nerds if you like that stuff.
It is nerdy to like that.
No,
though.
I think it rules.
No, but I think stop trying to win them over.
They like me.
You know
more.
I'm gonna have to. You know I'm gonna have to miss an episode this month, and you're like already winning them over.
They're gonna like me more by the end of this episode.
No, I mean I think it's when you like put negative connotation on being a nerd. I don't necessarily find being a nerd is a bad thing, but like I do think it's objectively nerdy to be like super into comic books and superhero stuff.
Well, yeah.
But also you can be a nerd for anything.
Yeah, you can be like a golf nerd.
I would say I'm probably like a golf nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does the word nerd mean?
That's a good question.
I'm a big fan of their gummies.
Yeah.
The gummy clusters.
Man, I mean the spike in their profit when they made those Nerds gummy clusters has got to be
an intelligent, passionate person, often introverted and socially awkward, who is deeply dedicated to niche subjects like technology, science, or academia.
Okay. Originally a derogatory term for socially inept individuals, nerd is now frequently used as a badge of pride or a term of endearment for anybody intensely enthusiastic about a specific, often technical hobby. Yeah. Okay. We nailed it. We're not using it derogatory if you're a nerd and you listen to us.
I also grew up liking stuff that I think wasn't you wouldn't want people to know that you liked. Like I was playing RuneScape when I was in high school and World of Warcraft, and like none of my friends knew this. Like I would get home from baseball like baseball games to play World of Warcraft for like 7 hours, and then my friends would come over, and we made that sketch about it, but I would truly rather get caught watching gay porn on a computer than somebody walking and I was playing RuneScape.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, the stakes felt higher to get caught playing RuneScape when you're 15, because all your friends would be like, Josh is a dork who plays video games. He probably has a small dick, and then everybody just makes. It's like no matter what, that felt more vulnerable to get caught doing than if you were like secretly gay watching porn.
Why did the small dick come into it?
Yeah.
Because they would just start piling on. They'd go, "Oh, he likes RuneScape. He's got small balls. He has Sarah Bryant at homecoming." She said no. Sarah Bryant said no to homecoming with him. Sarah Bryant said no.
Kids are brutal as fuck though, so like I get why you wouldn't want that. I don't know if I had any like interests like that I felt like
ashamed of.
No.
It's a good hobby.
Come on, dude.
You'd
have to snipe him like
I got sniped hard as fuck.
Yeah, you just got shot up by yourself.
Hey.
Come on. All right.
What are we doing here? I'm
glad that you got over it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that was probably a little.
Did you feel? Well,
I
that's
was kind of a heroin nerd.
But a heroin sommelier. You go, now what is this? I'm getting a little flavor of baking soda. Did you cut this?
Vinegar.
What is this cut with?
They're always cut with vinegar. The smell of vinegar still reminds me of heroin.
Really?
Yeah.
So like mothballs reminds me of my grandma being dead. So like
Yeah, same thing, I guess.
vinegar reminds you of heroin?
Yeah.
Really?
Sure, yeah.
What about like salt? Do you like salt and vinegar chips?
Love salt and vinegar chips.
Does
yeah.
it? I'm not kidding. I'm not even being sarcastic. Does it kind of get you like a?
No, it's a specific vinegar smell, like white distilled vinegar. Like just by itself reminds me of it.
Really?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I actually wasn't that much of I wasn't into like the
You weren't a sommelier.
chemical
Yeah.
breakdown of it. But I know that there's a process where in order to make heroin, at least the kind I was doing, you cut it with vinegar and the acidity does something to like the poppy plant or whatever. So like it would just smell straight up like vinegar.
Damn. Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess I've never thought about what heroin would smell like.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
I know, it's fucking awesome.
So that's. So could you smell? Would you be like, "This is the good shit"? You know, like weed. You smell weed when you're like 15. You're like, "This smells good." And you're just,
Yeah,
you're just
I
lying.
guess.
It just smells like
Well,
all the same.
It really wasn't the fact that it was like, oh, this is going to be extra good. It was just like sometimes people try to rip you off and like give you like fake shit, and you can always tell by the smell, because you can classic move. You can put like Coca-Cola in like the bottom of a can or like a spoon and like light it and like boil it basically until it's like a black sticky, like, which is exactly what like heroin look like, or at least like tar looks like. And you bag it up or you put it in a little balloon or something and you sell it to somebody, and by the time they get it open and are looking by the time they realize it's fake, it's way too late. So if you can smell the vinegar, you kind of it is a bit more secure in that
Vinegar
like
check.
it is good. It's the vinegar check.
The
Yeah,
VC
classic,
the VC.
classic VC. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's so interesting. I guess there's a whole underworld that I have no idea about.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on down there. A lot of people doing weird stuff.
Yeah.
Bad stuff.
Yeah.
I got out of the game at the right time though.
Right. I'm dealing with a new issue that I never foresaw when I started doing stand up years ago. I've now stumbled upon a weird niche online, which is making content for gingers.
Yeah, dude.
And let me tell you something.
I saw another ginger
we
video.
made
I
our
was like,
third
lean
ginger
in.
video. We're leaning in. The amount of freaks who have messaged me.
Oh,
These
yeah.
gross little ginger fucks are in my DMs now going, if you ever need to be, I'm in Portland, Oregon. You want to meet? And I go, stop messaging
we have
me.
a meeting every Thursday in Portland.
Stop
if you wanna come.
messaging me, you little ginger monsters.
That's so funny to make like 3 videos that do well, and then you're already turning on. You're
I'm already
pulling
the
a Matt
ginger
Rife,
guy.
Where you're like turning on your fan base. You're like, no, I
You
don't
were
want
always
you
the
guys.
ginger guy.
No,
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were, buddy.
I cannot stress how uncomfortable it is to be like responding to people being like, finally representation. I'm like, we're not underrepresented.
Finally representation. No, but you guys are
What are we talking about?
You guys are
Finally
like the biggest
representation.
minority, like statistically.
We are the minority of white people.
in the country.
I hope for you
Less
that
than 1% of
your shows sell out and it's all redheads.
dude.
Fuck, that would be awesome, dude. it would be, because I know how bad both me and Josh want to sell tickets, and the thing in comedy is you can't pick your crowd. And sometimes people end up unhappy with their crowds, or you just have to accept like who it is and what's happening.
then play to 'em.
But like, bro, watching Josh like
Walk out to a room full of gingers.
Josh comes out. He's like, dude, no, I booked this show, and it's like it's sold out.
Dude, we
Like, a
sold
week
out
of
6
there.
weekends.
We walk out. It's just a room full of.
They're all levitating.
It's a room full of fucking freaks with sunscreen on. Dude, that
I
would
could
be
sell
so
merch.
funny.
You know how
bro.
Cam was just like grabbing rocks and selling them? I'm just squirting sunscreen on people, calling it merch.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that would be so.
So that was, I'm not even
good.
kidding. I probably had like, today I probably had 10 or 15 messages from people being like, keep making the ginger content. I'm like,
They
all
want
right,
they want
this.
representation, but the thing, yeah, of course you hate it. That's hilarious.
the ginger issue. Dude,
Yeah,
it's a ginger pandemic.
The thing is like gingers have always been like the butt of the joke, in like a negative way.
Yeah.
By people who aren't gingers. But you got two gingers on screen and you guys are making light of your experience, but you're finally providing some representation.
We're taking back the power.
You're taking back the
Taking
power.
back the power.
God, that's so funny, dude.
It's insane. It's insane that we had. It's so crazy. This is what bothers me. You never know. Not to be too nihilistic about something that doesn't actually matter and too inside baseball about things that people don't care about, but you never know what will resonate.
Yeah.
And so it's like I've spent hours and hours and hours dedicating time to like trying to make like a really well shot, well put together thing where I'm paying a film crew to film a thing, and then it'll do fine. And then I make like Christoph and I are like making fun of each other for having red hair. And it's like 85 billion views.
Yep.
You have 7,000 messages now. And you go, this was all it took was a 9:16 video of us being like, isn't it silly to have red hair? And I go, God, dude.
I get it, man.
You just can't. Here's the thing. You got to feed people slop. If you're on your phone, you consume slop. I consume slop. I like slop.
Yeah.
My slop lately has been nothing but body cam footage of really bad stuff.
Yeah.
That's the slop I'm consuming.
I've been in that phase. I've been in the body cam phase. Yeah, it is. You just don't get to pick your audience. And
No.
that's the funny thing. You know, we all want like the perfect audience, right?
We want
like
cool
we all
guys
want
who are-
like
I almost said hot.
we want like you do want hot.
I want
guys.
cool hot guys.
We
to
all
take their
want a
shirts
mix
off.
of like down to earth people who just really love stand up and like appreciate it for what it is, and we want it to be like 70-30 dudes and chicks probably. Like that's what like most
football
dudes want.
players coming to your shows
Yeah,
being
you
like
want-
huge fan. You go,
Yeah, you want that.
Thanks,
but like,
Mr. Mahomes.
But then you realize sometimes it's just 60 gay guys in Detroit. Like, you know what I mean?
It's all of the gay guys in Detroit.
It's the gay. Yeah, exactly. And you go, you know what? They're really nice and they paid for tickets. So like, whatever. It's
they're
fine.
attentive.
Yeah. Dude, my Detroit show sucked.
I saw a post about it.
Well,
You put something on your story that
I put
said,
like most of you were great. So like I was relatively happy with the turnout given it was like a 6 p.m. show on like a Sunday in a market that I've never been to, have no idea how well I saw whatever.
6 p.m. on a Sunday. 6 p.m. Sunday in Michigan sounds like a Drake song.
Yeah, it does.
6 p.m. in Detroit.
6 p.m. in Detroit.
Yeah, we established like the Yankees. This whole fucking things hate me. Whatever it goes.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
Drake
there
did
you
anything
go.
wrong.
Shut up. So yeah, but dude, that show. So I was in the green room and one of the openers said something to a guy, and then I heard him respond, and then she moved on. She said another thing. He said something to her. She's just doing material now. I've never ever seen somebody get activated. So like it was as if he was like powered down and she said something. He went, yeah, time to respond to everything. Like it was for like, I'm not kidding, for like 2 minutes straight. He said something in between every line, every tag punch that she said. And I was like, fuck, he's fully activated. And he talked through her set, he talked through the next person's set, he talked through a lot of my set, and finally I had to be like, yo, you gotta shut up. And you know that, I don't know if you ever had to do that to somebody, but you know that moment where you say it and the crowd goes, thank you.
Yes.
And then so he was just drunk, but it's also like, dog, you're drunk. This is a 6 p.m. show on Sunday. Like, how are you so drunk? And it's because it was a group of gay guys who went to brunch beforehand, for sure. For sure. You know?
He's mimosa drunk, dude.
He's drunk on champagne and vitamin C, dude. Yes, 100%.
Dude, his spirits were so high.
His spirits were so high, but he was like really bothering people. So then he kind of calmed down, and then he would chirp back up, and eventually they left or they got kicked out. I wasn't really sure. And then I'm talking to this other couple, man, and there was a couple like in the front row, obviously didn't know who I was. They just came to a show. And Detroit has a really weird population of people. So there's a ton of Middle Eastern people. There's a ton, there's just like a crazy mix. So these two people that I was specifically talking to are called Chaldean, is I think what it is. And it's
what is it?
Chaldean. I might be saying it wrong, but
With a K?
No. Here, I can pull it up super quick.
Candian?
It's
Right here.
Chaldean?
Yeah, Chaldean. So they're a specific. They're Christian Catholics, but they come from the Middle East. So the people I was talking to specifically were from Iraq. And the largest group of them outside of the Middle East is in Detroit. And so I start talking to him, and they're just being annoying. Dude, these people were like making out, like full like make out in the front row. And like I was doing crowd work, and then I would like talk to them, and then the guy would be like, "What'd you say?" Like he obviously wasn't listening. And then eventually I had to be like, okay, y'all, like I moved on for a while, and they were still, and I was like, yo, y'all gotta chill or whatever. And then the guy ended up leaving. I thought he went to the bathroom, but then he never came back. And then the girl was leaving. And I was like, oh, you're not tricking me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You go out first and then I'll go and they won't even notice. And then she was like, no, I'm fucking leaving because I'm not comfortable here. I'm not comfortable. But this bitch made me uncomfortable. So Breck, the girl that opened for me, her husband was in the crowd. So she had gone back out to sit with him and just like watch the show. And when they were talking, she was like, yo, y'all got to shut up. And it pissed the girl off. So she left being like, fuck you, blah, 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 being a real good Catholic. And then somebody after the show, I hope it's okay to, I don't know. They were like, if you like knew anything about Detroit, as soon as they said that they were Chaldean or however you say it, you would have not talked to them. They're like notoriously assholes. And I was
That's
like,
funny.
well, I guess that they proved it right.
You know the lay of the land now,
So
dude.
yeah, so that's how that show went. And then other than that, it was still like, it was kind of weird. And it was at Mic Drop, which is like, have you done?
I haven't done the Detroit one.
So you've obviously we've done the one
I've done
in-
a couple of mic
in
drops.
San Diego.
San Diego.
They're
the one
all
in-
like so weirdly designed on like children's tales. Like the one in San Diego is Alice in Wonderland. The one,
Oh,
the one in
yeah.
Plano is
the Plano one is
the one in Plano is like Robin Hood. This one was Jack and the Beanstalk. Like, so it's just funny, and it's
what the fuck?
it was set up well,
Just
but
do the cheesecake thing.
it's just a weird thing to like. It's funny to be bombing and having hecklers in front of like a backdrop with like a castle and like fake gold on the stage and stuff. It's just like, I mean, the staff was all really nice and I appreciate them booking me, obviously, but it was just like, fuck. And then it's like I got there and then you take a nap and then you do the show and then it's done. Like you just go to Detroit to bomb for 20 hours and then you come back. It's just like,
You dude, weird layover like that.
Fuck, it
the amount of
sucks.
times I've had like weird experiences, like when you're in a city for 13 hours.
yeah.
And you're just like, okay, I'm here for this show, and then you're in Wetumpka, Alabama, and then the next day you were no longer in Wetumpka, Alabama, and you're driving back, and you're like, that was a fever dream.
Yeah.
We saw 7 people get knocked out in Wetumpka, Alabama.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
remember that night?
Fuck, of course I remember.
We were in
that
this
night.
dog shit fucking town, Wetumpka. And if you're listening, it's a dog shit town.
Listen,
No.
listen. I love Wetumpka. I had a great
I actually did have a good time, too.
Show was good. We loved
Yeah, the
the
show was
bar.
actually great.
The show was awesome, except for the headliner who's a prick.
Yeah.
But
dude, we go to this after party. The after party was not. It wasn't an after party. It was just the bars.
everybody from the show who went to this bar.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was what it was is it's the bar in Wetumpka, Alabama.
Yeah.
It's like we have in my hometown. We have Rookie Sports Bar
Of
and
course
Grill.
you have Rookie Sports
and if
Bar
you're
and
going to
Grill,
Rookie
yeah,
Sports
yeah.
Bar and Grill, you're gonna watch a fight.
Yeah.
Wetumpka, Alabama is on the border, I think, of like Arkansas or what was it? Little Taste of Texas.
It
or
was
what
called like a slice of Texas.
A slice of Texas?
But we were in Alabama. We were not in we were
Dudes
not close to Texas.
were running around knocking people out.
And you know who was the biggest culprit was the security. Dude,
The
the
security-
security guards were so ready to fuck
they had that
somebody up,
huge
dude.
ginger. Do you remember there was a huge
Yeah.
ginger with like 3
And he
teeth
had,
missing?
I remember at one point I looked over, he had a guy in like a headlock, like a full chokehold.
Imagine the last thing you see before you get knocked out is a giant ginger
Just-
who's missing teeth.
Some guy like, you got to get out of my bar.
You ain't
Just fucking.
this queef ain't big enough for the two of us.
Yeah. And then he fucks you up. Yeah.
That was not. That was an interesting one. I've thought about how crazy that was because we saw that was also the night that we saw this, or the next morning we saw the saddest thing that haunts me
Oh yeah,
which is
the lady at.
We went to Ruby Tuesdays on the way back because we were like, "Fuck it, we're in the middle of the Everglades. There's nowhere."
We weren't in the Everglades. We were in the Panhandle of Florida, which might be the saddest part of Florida.
Yes, so we're just in the middle of this nowhere, Florida, on a strip of highway that's 7 hours before fucking like.
Ruby Tuesdays was by far the best option.
Ruby Tuesdays was the only option.
Yeah,
and we stop in. It's empty. It's got checkered fucking white and black like floors that are kind of just popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
They're just the worst place I've ever been. And then empty, other than a singular lady who sat at a table right next to us, which also drives me up a fucking wall. Why do restaurants do that? I understand it's convenient to check and then check. Walk an extra 4 feet. Make it so I don't have to hear this lady, but she's eating by herself her birthday dinner.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
She had like a little thing. They brought out a little piece of cake for her.
Fuck, it makes me sad.
She was just, that was her night. That was her day. That was the thing that she was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. This year I'm going to do it. I haven't talked. It's been 2 years since my husband passed. My kids don't talk to me anymore.
No, don't.
I had to
give
put my
her-
cat down. I'm so I cannot. It's like unarticulable. You can't articulate how lonely this meal looked. She
It
had a
looked really
single
lonely.
piece of cantaloupe that she was gnawing at, and then they brought out a single slice of cake with a candle in it.
I have chosen to actually imagine that this lady has a very full and busy life and family and people that she takes care of and like maybe a farm, and she never gets on alone time, and that's what she wanted to do, but I'm afraid that might not be.
She's
the
a
truth.
widow who lives in a shed.
Yeah. She's a widow who lives in a shed.
There's probably lore about people probably say there's probably like a rumor in the town that's like don't go underneath the bridge at that. If you go underneath the bridge at 2 a.m., she'll appear.
Yeah.
Did y'all sing happy birthday to her too?
No, what I did was
I went to the bathroom.
I went to the bathroom too. I think
we just like.
I think we
left. It
both
was really
we kind of were
weird.
like, let's get the fuck out of here. Ruby Tuesdays though,
It did slap.
Not
I remember
bad.
it being pretty good.
Ruby Tuesdays came into my hometown in the late 2000s, like probably like 2008, 2009, and boy did it dominate. Did it dominate the
Yeah.
west side of Mason City? Everybody was
Yeah.
there, dude. It was a big deal. When we got Buffalo Wild Wings, brother. I remember we got Buffalo Wild Wings in like I would have been a freshman, and it was my brother's birthday, and we wanted to take him there, so we went there at like 7 p.m. on a Thursday.
What a mistake.
What a fuck up. They were taking reservations. This is how crazy it was. They were taking reservations at Buffalo Wild Wings in my hometown when I got there.
They're like it's like a Michelin star restaurant in New York. They're like, we have a reservation for next month if you guys are willing to come back in then.
Next month at 2 p.m.
You could wait for 3 hours for some seats at the bar, but there's 4 of you. That's really unlikely.
Yeah, you guys probably won't be able to sit next to each other.
God,
there was
dude, that's so
you had to
funny.
sign up to get your name on it, and then we didn't go, and then we went to Ruby Tuesdays, which what I wanted anyways. But it was on my birthday. I couldn't get it.
Yeah.
And it's just nuts when I look back at things that not that there's anything wrong with staying in that ecosystem, but it is just insane what I used to think. Things were like
and
that was like a night out,
and that's important for him to say because people from his hometown listen to this. So,
everybody from my hometown listens. Like,
but yeah, it's
it's just like a different thing where you go like, man, my expectation or my bar for what, and it's not that my bar is shifted. I still will fuck up. I will still go and fuck up Buffalo Wild Wings and have a great time.
Sure.
It's just now I'm aware of what it is.
But isn't it kind of like, don't you always kind of do it as like a bit though? Like certain restaurants become a thing of like, what if we went there? Buffalo Wild Wings is right on the line because I do like if there's a game on or there's like a couple games, football season, whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes like many of my Florida trips, there's an evening where I end up at Buffalo Wild Wings with like my Hard Rock app open with like my buddies just like watching games
'Cause it
and
rules.
like gambling and like eating as many wings as possible. But you always do it. Kind of like Chili's is always kind of a thing where you're like, wouldn't it be funny if we went to Chili's? And
Now-
Chili's slaps. I fuck with Chili's.
Here's the thing about it, though. You're right. Mm-hmm. Back then, I didn't view it that way.
It's a treat.
Back then, it was like a
Yeah.
like a legitimate date night spot would be taking my girl to Buffalo Wild
Well,
Wings.
there's, I mean,
Engagements were there.
Engagement, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's
There'd
when
be a
you
bridal shower. You're like, what are you? You're doing.
Well, what? Where?
Don't
like,
take out the whole bar. I
in
want
Mason City. Like what? Like what's the nicest restaurant in Mason
the
City?
steakhouse.
The steakhouse.
Yeah,
and
Northwestern
it's called
Steakhouse.
the steakhouse.
You could literally go the steakhouse. Everybody would know what you're talking about. Northwestern
and
Steakhouse.
That's the nicest one.
Yeah,
That's
meal there is probably $60 a plate.
Fuck.
Yeah, you save up for that.
Yeah. That's
It does slap though. We should have went there. You would have liked it,
I would have fucked with that.
but we'll go there next time when we're there.
Dude, I don't know if I'll ever be in Mason City again. I really can't imagine a reality where I end up in Mason City again.
This was when I got out of the military, when I was in college, my freshman year of college, when I was staying at my parents' place, community college, and going to North Iowa area community college. My days were like, get up, go to school, get done, go to the gym, play RuneScape, do homework, get done with that, go to like Buffalo Wild Wings, go to like Applebee's, go to wherever, because I had like fuck you money in Mason City.
Yeah.
I was like
fresh out of the military.
Fresh out of the
dude.
military, getting the GI Bill, not paying rent because I'm at my parents' house. Dude, I had fuck you money, so I would go
I'm buying rounds for
I
the
would go.
entire
I would go to
restaurant.
like Rookies and then just get hammered with like my boys. And then come back to my house, and it'd be like 3 a.m. I'd be playing RuneScape, just listening to Midwest emo, being like, the best days of my life have already passed. I was like
Dude,
22.
That's so funny,
I was like trying to be
bro.
like introspective, and
Yeah.
I'm being like, yeah, like, you know, like everybody I know is getting married.
You could go back and be like the king of Mason City.
I don't think so. I think there's a new. I think
You
somebody's
think?
been crowned.
Dude,
Somebody's
there
been crowned
is
by
like
now. There's
you know
probably a
what's funny, like
hierarchy.
in those like in small towns like that, there is like there is somebody who's like pretty unanimously the coolest guy.
Yeah.
And I wonder who it is in Mason City.
I know who it is. It was the guy who he wasn't cool, but everybody like liked him because his dad owned Rookies Sports Bar and Grill.
Oh, fuck.
And he had a huge boat that he would take people out on Clear Lake.
Whoa.
And you go, yeah, he's the man.
Yeah.
And he is the man, but it's also
he hasn't died in like a DUI accident yet or anything?
No, I think he
No?
probably has a couple
Okay.
DUIs though.
Sure, but in Mason City, who cares?
Yeah, DUIs are. There is a hierarchy. I remember feeling cool that I got invited to play volleyball in Clear Lake as like a 24-year-old.
That's so funny.
I was like, oh, it's cool that the group is inviting me.
yeah.
I like felt like a cool guy. I like pushed plans back. I was like, I can't do that tonight. I have to go to play volleyball.
No, Mom.
You don't understand. I know Grandma's funeral's tomorrow.
I have
The tournament
to
is
go.
this weekend.
I've been practicing. I've been you're in the back like practicing your bump set and spike.
What's
yeah.
up, Heather?
Yeah.
No, I'm always this jacked.
Yeah.
No, I didn't oil up to come play.
He's all arched with his
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
ass.
No, it's anterior pelvic tilt actually.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Actually, yeah.
If you guys want, I'm going to Rookies after this. Drinks on me.
Yeah, drinks on me. I'm kind of loaded.
I'm kind of I'm kind
Shout
of the
out-
richest guy in Iowa.
Shout out to the U.S. government.
Yeah, I had $1,300 extra a month, and I went.
That is, bro, when you're young.
Should I get a Ferrari?
When you're young and you have no bills and you get $1,300, easy, bro. Easy. In a place like Mason City where nothing costs anything.
I miss it so
they just
much.
give stuff out there, man. They just give
Do
stuff.
white Marines also buy Dodge Chargers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that.
Chargers, Camaros.
Yep.
I would say that might be. I mean, I don't want to speak out of turn. I would say that might be the racial divide. Is who's getting a Charger, who's getting a Camaro.
Yeah, who's getting a
I
Challenger.
feel like Camaro might be the white guys mostly, but I don't know.
You
'Cause
know,
I knew
huge.
a lot of dudes in OKC. A lot of my like drug dealer friends had Camaros.
You want to know what the white guys get? They get Mustangs.
Mustang.
White guys get the
Mustang is a
Mustangs.
very white car.
Yeah, White guys get the Mustangs. The black guys get the Chargers.
Yeah.
Mexican guys, they get the donkeys.
The fuck.
Donkey. Oh, come on.
They
That
get
was
a
just
nice
for-
steady mule.
They get a mule that's draped in a drug rug.
Yeah, this thing's working for me.
No, the Mexican dude. What do Mexican guys? They kind of get the Challengers too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dodge Chargers and Challengers
Yeah,
mostly.
Mexican dudes love that shit.
Well, it's kind of amazing when you don't have don't have any bills, or like when you're getting money coming in, you're like, yeah, I can pay $300 a month for a car.
Let's just say I can fucking afford a Dodge
Yeah,
Charger.
I can afford this.
Yeah, my wife is a stripper who lives in fucking Oceanside. That's like another thing that people. There's another trope about military guys is that they just fall in love with strippers, and it's like, I did know one guy. No, I know two guys. But
Yeah.
and I don't know if that's both white guys too. I don't know if that makes it.
I don't know if that makes much of.
I don't know either. But one of them, married her, and then was divorced within like 4 months. That's also like the turnaround rate. Mm-hmm. I almost got married when I was in the Marines, but it wasn't. It was because this girl that I knew from my hometown was also in the Marines and was like, we should get married and just make a bunch of extra money. And then I kind of considered it, and then I thought that then my anxiety kicked in. You get more money if you get married.
Oh, really?
That's why dudes do it. You get more money and you get to live off base and you get like all these benefits. Like you get like, dude, it's like an extra like if combined, I think it's like an extra $4,000 a month.
That's a good price
If you're both in.
for your wife to cheat on you. Like $4,000
Yeah, totally.
is
That's enough
like
that I
a
can-
month.
I think it's like combined though. I think it's an extra $2,000 each.
Oh, she gets to keep the two. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know about
I don't
all that,
actually know
man.
the actual price. I shouldn't try to throw a number out there, but it would be, it was to the point where I was considering it. It was like that much money, but then I was like, I don't know you. I don't know you.
You'd look like a cuck because then the other Marines start fucking her and they're like, man, everybody's fucking Josh's wife.
I think I think everybody would know. People would just know what's happening too easily.
No, she'd
Yeah.
ask you want to watch, and you'd say yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. Listen, if you put chocolate cake in front of me and go, "Do you want a bite?" I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, it's my birthday." I would never watch somebody get fucked in front of me. I've never been in a room when somebody's had sex. Have you ever been in a room when somebody else is having sex?
Yeah.
That's like a common thing my friends have experienced in like hotel rooms when they're younger.
I gotta say this. I think for like the average, just like dude, I think you knowing me, you would probably assume it's. I think I'm on like the very low end of the amount of times that's happened. I also think it's probably because I stopped drinking early. Like I got sober at like 22, 23. I think a lot of dudes in their early mid 20s, you're like drinking and you're kind of just like fucking.
What
like,
if we passed around
whenever.
Sarah?
Yeah, and like that kind of shit happens.
Yeah.
Like when I was a senior in high school, there you know, we had a pretty solid like group of people that all hung out, and like there was like one girl that like kind of everybody fucked, and then also
what was her
like
name?
one, I'm not gonna say it
Say her
I
name,
still
dude.
know her. I still know her really
Mallory.
well. No.
I know Mallory.
Who's Mallory?
Who's the girl that we met in Oklahoma?
In Oklahoma? We didn't meet him out. When were we?
With Jack?
Oh no, that's Elizabeth.
Shout out Elizabeth. Shout out
I didn't know
Lizzie.
her until later in life, but that's not who I'm talking about. That's funny that you bring that up, though.
Her and Jack.
No, this was when I was way younger, but like, and then one of the dudes like dated the girl who like, fucked that. Like, I don't know, man, it was fucked up, dude. But that plays into this story where like we were at like one of my buddy's house, we were all drinking, and then like I like slept with her while one of my buddies slept with her friend in this, like, you know, they were like on the ground and we were like on the bed, and then eventually they switched, and then like the girl who was on the ground was in bed with it, like whatever. That was probably the only time I've ever like been in like that kind of situation. And then bro, we walked out back into like the party. It wasn't really like a party. It was like fucking 10 people hanging out outside. And the dude who dated the girl was out there when we all came out, and was like, dude, and he scared the fuck out of me. He was such a mean friend and just like not really that good of a guy at the time. Like, and like he was just like,
You just fucked this girl. You're like, he's such a mean friend.
yeah. Okay. You know what? That's a good point, Kabaza. I do think a little bit of context is missing, but yes, you're not wrong. But he was like objectively a bad friend, would like make up stories about people and just spread them.
Yeah, he's like, did you guys hear that Matt fucked my girlfriend?
Yeah, did you hear that? Like, dude, it was just like, but like, I don't want to like condemn this guy's character. We were all just kids, but like, it was shit that was like really hurtful, and he would just do it as a bit.
Like,
but then like people, but the biggest one, well, this did actually happen, is like I one of my nicknames was Soft Ross. That he started because like I tried to hook up with this chick when I was like blackout drunk and like couldn't stay hard. Like a very normal thing to happen. And then she told him, and then he told everybody. and then made that nickname up and started calling me that. Like just mean shit. Like just
Before. This happened before.
This was before that. Yeah. This was before. So then, yeah, just
You went,
like
yeah, now
mean
who's soft, Ross? I fucked yo, that's why I fucked yo bitch, motherfucker. West Side.
But then, the dynamics of all of this, I don't have time to even get into all of it. But
we do. We have an hour left.
the other girl who was in the room, like he also had sex with, and that was his ex's like best friend. Like it was high school. Like everybody did everything. Like,
it was a chlamydia square.
It wasn't like it
was like a love triangle.
It wasn't like
but
any of us were like
drips.
It wasn't like he was just like madly in love and like entirely faithful and just like just a great guy to her and a good friend to me, and then I like fucked it. Like it wasn't like that at all, you know. But yeah, that was scary. I remember being like legitimately scared when I walked out and saw that he was there, and then like I kind of tried to deny it, and then he was like, everybody know, like you guys have all been in that room for like, you know, whatever, like 30 minutes, but I don't even know, like probably like an hour or 2 hours or something. But
Big guy?
Huh?
Big guy?
Big enough and like a football player and like lifted. Like I was just kind of like, I never like lifted weights. I mean, I was a big guy, but like I didn't like fight. And I've like seen this guy like fuck people up, you know? So it was just like not super chill.
Yeah, but that's like the classic, you can beat my ass, you can't unsuck my dick. I hit a
Classic.
Yeah, you know the classic saying.
I hit a girl with that on
You
Twitter.
can beat my ass, but you can't unsuck my dick.
I hit a girl with that on Twitter when I was a bad guy when I was like 19. She was an ex-girlfriend of mine, was tweeting bad about me.
Whoa.
Local drama in the Mason City circuit. I can't remember what she said, but then I just replied and I said, you can call me whatever she called, like I don't even remember what she called me, like a dipshit or something, immature or something like that. I was like, you can call me immature, but you can't unsuck my dick.
You tweeted that publicly?
Dude, my friend printed it out and framed it. I wonder if I can send a...
Fuck, that would be so
I wonder if I
fucking good
can't
to
find
have.
it. It was... I mean...
That's so fucking crazy.
I mean, like I said, you can do that and you can't unsuck my dick. Huge pop online, by the way. At the time it got like 20 retweets, which was like massive. I mean, at that point, that was like massive. That was massive for the Twitter account back in 2016.
That's so
2014,
funny, bro.
I wonder.
I've never even said crazy shit like not online like that.
Well, like I was just in.
I've never publicly told somebody you can't unsuck my dick.
You can't unsuck it.
I mean, hey, prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong.
This dick has been sucked.
God,
I
dude.
let the person who's unsucked.
Fuckboy Josh might be my favorite era of you.
I would go. Well, it wasn't even fuckboy. It wasn't because I feel like to be a fuckboy, you have to be like getting crushing or something. I wasn't crushing.
No, dude, but you were enough to be like, you can't unsuck my dick. Like you were getting enough to be like, yeah, call me what you want, but you can't unsuck this dick.
Call me what you can't call me broke.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the other? I got into another altercation with a guy who was like making fun of me. This was the whole incident with I don't know if have you ever heard of Electric Forest? So after the Electric Forest incident, there was a divide between a friend group of who was like my friend and who was the other.
Who's fingered your girlfriend and who hasn't? It's pretty strict divide between the people who have fingered my girlfriend and the people who did not.
You can't get unfingered, by the way.
You can't get unfingered.
It's the same thing. You can't get degloved.
unfinger my girlfriend.
Yeah, you can't get degloved. And so that was happening, and people were going back and forth about some of stuff online. Me and this other guy started getting, and he said something like, I'd serve crack before I'd serve this country, like the classic tropey hacky joke. And then I went, you're gonna be serving me fries next year. And it got, I mean, holy shit, did it get another tons of engagement.
Dude, Josh was a fucking menace.
And then I went, and by the way, I went back like 3 years later. Guess who was working at the McDonald's?
Yeah, dude.
Not him, dude. His dad owns a construction company. He's making really good money.
Yeah, that's awesome. It is funny to think that there's like, I think it might be different now it's X, but like for a while there was like Twitter, and then there's Black Twitter.
Yeah.
And then way down, there's Mason City, Iowa Twitter, where it's like, dude, Josh is popping off at Mason
dude,
City.
I got an old tweet. Was Twitter big in your high school or no?
Yeah, we all had it. I remember there was a kid, John Michael, I think was his name, who was a very silly, funny dude, and he made a Twitter that was like, I don't even know how to describe it, but like there was a lot of them where it's not your name or anything. You got a little like cartoony icon, and then it was just like silly and like
a meme
nonsense. It was like that, but before there were like. It was like a meme account. Like he would type the stuff out, and he got like pretty big on Twitter. And I remember being like, "Whoa, that's sick!" Like it was like it gave him a little bit of clout.
Totally in the scene. Yeah.
So Twitter was but we weren't. I wouldn't do that. That's for sure.
I got in trouble for my Twitter like multiple times because Twitter was like a huge. So we had like. I ran like 4 Twitter pages. I was doing social media when it started when I was in like 16. I had an account. In Iowa, in the conference that we played sports in, there was a Des Moines Valley. Des Moines Valley is like the cool school. It was like if you went to Des Moines Valley, it was like the inner city school. Everybody's like, oh my god, Valley kids, like the rich kids, whatever. Well, that was them and Ankeny, whatever. It doesn't matter. But they had an account that went really viral that got a lot of attention in the news locally because there was a Twitter account called Valley Hookups, and people were just tweeting out who hooked up with who. So I made MCHS hookups. With another friend of mine, Mason City High School hookups. Started tweeting everybody who was hooking up. Started doing bits. Turns out, bits went a little too far. Started saying teachers with kids who had special needs. And I got...
What the fuck?
Dude, what? What? Oh my god!
And so I got called. They figured out who it was. The police department figured out who it was, and I got called into because Matt Tornquist fucking ratted on me, and was the rumor. And then I got called into the principal's office, and they were like, "Yo, what the fuck? You can't be tweeting like this." And I went, "That's not me." And then they went, "Pull your phone out." And I went, "I don't have my phone." And then my phone's like in my pocket. They're like, "I can see your phone."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "I don't have to legally do it." And then they went. And then I was like, and then they were like,
My
"You're breaking."
First Amendment right,
yeah,
actually.
freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can say Miss Gilbert, fuck Scotty Green.
Yeah.
Who says I can't? And so then they were basically like, if this isn't deleted within the hour, I'm not saying that you did it. I'm not saying that you did, but if this isn't deleted within an hour, we will be pressing charges for like, what was it?
Like
libel.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, Miss Gilbert's liable to fuck Scotty Green.
Bro,
And,
to get to the point where you're saying teachers fuck special needs kids is crazy.
It was just one It was just one, and it
I
was.
know, but dude, you get
the
that
funny
high,
dude.
bro.
It was
you get the
the
high.
funniest thing that I could have done.
Did it get crazy engagement?
People were losing it. They were like, "This is so fucking funny."
Yeah.
That whoever ran, because nobody knew it was me.
It's also
other
funny
than
too
Matt
because
Torquist, who
it's
told
like,
everybody.
That's like the worst thing. Like imagine just like being like somebody who's like dedicated their like life and profession to like teaching kids.
Yeah.
And then a Twitter is just like, I heard she fucks. Like, you're just like, what? That's so brutal, dude. That's so brutal.
And the other time I got in trouble for that account or from that, which they just deleted it. No, whatever. Another time I got in trouble was this. By the way, this podcast is just like in high school. I did this thing.
That's a lot of that.
Yeah, but this other thing that I got in trouble for was Miss Teacher. For the record, I'm in the wrong for all of the things. I know I'm in the wrong for that last
go
story.
on record and say that.
I do want to say that because I know she's listening. But then the other time I got in trouble for Twitter was this teacher like went out of her way. I missed class. I was sick or something, and I had to retake a test. So she came in early on like a Friday to like let me retake the test. I was the only person in there. And I walked in there, and it was like I had to get in there at like 7 a.m. or something. Class starts at like 8:30. And so I went on Twitter, and I went, fuck Ruby Golnick for making me wake up at 6 a.m. to take a test on a Friday. And then she like saw it.
Yeah.
And then like I typed in her name and saw it.
Yeah, it's public.
And then she was like, what the fuck? I went out of my way to like help you.
Yeah, I did a nice thing.
And I'm like such a little motherfucker. I got like 3 days of ISS for that.
Jesus, man.
That was my second strike for ISS. I got another strike for ISS because I stole a remote. I programmed a universal remote to my Spanish teacher's TV.
You told me about that.
And was just turning it on, and she like lost her mind. She thought the room was haunted. It was.
We had a thing happen where there was this rumor, like this dude John hooked up with this girl Ashley. You know what? They just like made out. It's like my like sophomore, junior. I'd have been a sophomore. He was a junior, and I don't remember who started it or why, but they started the rumor that they made out and he fingered her with like 4 fingers.
He clawed her claw machine.
So we would like throw 4s up for John. Like we would throw, and then it became a thing that like the faculty ended up finding out about, and it was like, so we were at an assembly one day, and she was on some other sports team, I don't remember, and she went on stage and like so many dudes, like the whole basketball team were like fucking like threw 4s up which is so funny because that's also like a gang thing, but it's just like some of the whitest kids you've ever seen at like a Catholic school. It's been like throwing them up. And dude, like half the basketball team got suspended for a game because luckily I didn't do it. Like everybody who was seen doing it got suspended for a game. That night, it was Friday, we were at an assembly for the game that night, and we got like half the team couldn't play.
What if you lost by 4?
That'd have been really funny.
Serendipity.
That'd have been very, very funny. And then there was another one of these 2 people that were dating, and like somebody took a picture of them just kind of like holding each other in the hall and like put the text over it. It was like the kid's name wasn't even them. It was just like, Reggie, you ate my pussy so good. Like a little text bubble, and that wasn't even the kid's name. And then that went around school, and then the kid who made it got in so much trouble and had to like apologize to them. It was so funny, dude. It was so funny. Fucking poor Ronnie Brown. Just like the kid who was in the picture was just like the sweetest, like
Reggie,
kindest
you ate
guy.
My pussy so good.
It was crazy, dude. It was
That's
crazy.
so fucking funny.
I don't know why though. Why it's so funny? Like it was just like. It hit so hard, and it went all around the school.
I love, dude.
Just a picture of a couple with a little bit too much affection in the hallway. And it was 2 like very nice people. Like it was like, they were like, they did nothing wrong. They were not in beef with anybody, which is why it's even funnier. When you're a kid, you're just so evil.
Yes.
You're like, isn't it funnier actually that this like isn't a bad, all the bad people are the cool people. And then all the good kids are the butt of everybody's joke in high school. It's the worst.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, one time on Twitter, I was in high school, but one time Kevin Durant tweeted back at me. This is before all the like ghost accounts and everything. So Kevin Durant went to the University of Texas, but he was playing for the Thunder in Oklahoma, and I'm an OU fan. And it was a Bedlam game, and he said something like, "Oh man, can't wait to watch those Laters lose. Haha, sorry, I mean Sooners." Just like objectively the worst joke. Like, I mean, just there was nothing funny about it.
Laters?
Calling us the Laters. And
sorry, I think I meant to say the Sooners.
Yeah, exactly. So I responded, and I was like, is that supposed to be funny? And then he responded to me and was like, I ain't laughed, did I? And then I went, ha is literally in your tweet. Yes, you did. And then he never responded. And he's just, I mean, dude, Kevin Durant from the beginning to the end has never ceased to be such a loser. Such a loser. And listen, one of the best scorers that's ever played in the NBA. Such a loser.
Yeah, to be doing that to a high schooler is hilarious.
I was like fucking 16 years old.
To be fair, he probably didn't know you were 16.
No, also to be fair, he was probably like 20. Like it wasn't, but still, it was just still like, the fuck is this?
Still, you hold him to a higher standard
and then since then, there's been a countless amount of times that he's been caught tweeting people from a burner account that he made.
So funny.
So funny, dude.
Twitter,
so funny. I would love to do that.
I'm trying to think of other Twitter debacles that.
I had a question for you guys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's another friendly fire in town.
Oh.
The show?
The show.
Is that still going on?
That's still going on. I was just seeing what y'all thought of it.
I don't care.
We've seen it. People send it to us. We don't give a fuck.
It's like, what are they
them.
gonna do?
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna watch. Nobody's going to that show because they think we're gonna be there.
Yeah.
And if they do, they'd be like, This is the worst show I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Some of the lineups
It's a nice
are good,
Kill
though.
Tony.
huh?
It's a nice Kill Tony.
So somebody goes up and does a minute, and then the panel is just
Constructive
const-
is what I've been told the show is.
Wait, how often are they doing this?
I have no idea.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna sue them. No, I actually don't, because
just
Tim will.
suing a bunch of open micers.
But yeah, Butterly messaged me and was like, "Dude, I agreed to do this. I had no idea what this was, and then I saw the name and I didn't realize. I'm like, I wouldn't have said it." And I was like, "It doesn't matter, dude. I appreciate him reaching out.
It's like
he's the man.
It's like a monthly show at Creek. Like
They can call it whatever the fuck they
care.
want.
Like the odds that like that show is gonna reach heights where we go, okay, now you're actually kind of messing with our SEO. You know what I mean? Like.
No.
But a bunch of people, the first time they did it, did send it to us.
Yeah.
And if it comes down to it, I will fight those people who run it.
Yeah,
I don't
I'll
know
spread
who runs
rumors.
it. Who runs it? Do you know?
Yeah, she's a Marine, I believe.
Oh,
Or
what
a
the
pilot.
fuck?
Or a pilot. Yeah.
Oh, is it the trans
Yeah,
lady?
it's the
Yes.
trans lady. Yes.
Whoa.
I know.
We can't fight her then.
Nope.
No. What we'll do is we'll support her
Always.
always. Here at the Friendly Fire podcast,
I'll fuck
the
her.
original. I'll suck her dick.
Talk about friendly fire, huh?
I need backup now. Take cover.
Fuck. They're flanking us from the rear.
Oh fuck! Contact rear. Oh, we're getting
dude.
overran.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Oh,
no, we're
no,
cool
who
with them.
cares?
We're cool with her.
Yeah, who
Whatever.
cares? I don't
Who
give a
gives
shit, dude.
I don't even give a
But,
fuck.
yeah, this
about
podcast was originally going to be called. This one was a solo. I was going to name it "Josh Francis is thinking about buying a gun," and
Dude,
so,
so
worst case
funny.
scenario, we just change it to that.
Dude, that would be so funny. We get no views because nobody can find it.
Yeah, no, it's called Josh Francis is thinking about buying a gun. You go, but isn't Matt Ross on it? You go, well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but he's not thinking about buying a gun.
No, he
so
doesn't
why
wanna-
would that be?
He's never even thought about buying a gun. Why would you call it that?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Matthew, we are at that time. We've made
Let's
it to the
do
end of
it.
the podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Beautiful.
I don't know. If you're in Austin, I have a show at the Cap City Comedy Club May 14th. I'm headlining it, so please get tickets to that. You can go to my Instagram bio at Josh Francis Comedy and get tickets to that. I don't know. That's the only thing I have.
I'll be in Raleigh, North Carolina, the 15th through the 17th. I will be at Josh's wedding May 24th.
Hey, if you guys want to go to my wedding, tickets are available.
Yeah, tickets
sent my-
are available.
Send my mother-in-law's phone number out right now. You have to RSVP, talk to Emmy.
June 16th, I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. June 19th through 21st, I'm in Portland, and then August 7th and 8th or something like that, I'm in Minnesota. And then Josh and I on the 14th and 15th will be in St. Pete for
Joke World.
For the Joke World festival. I'm not sure exactly what we're doing there. I believe Josh and I will each have our own headlining shows.
And then we're
I think
doing a podcast.
I think we might do our podcast there.
We're going to do a live podcast, and it's going to be horrific. I've never done a live podcast.
We've never done that, and I hope all of you come, or we will. It will be a really weird.
sad.
It'll just be me and Josh somewhere talking to each other in front of 4 people. Like I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do with that, but
We'll just get somebody a bigger name to help us
Yeah,
get
yeah,
people
yeah,
in
yeah.
there. I'll
We'll
be like,
get one
Tommy,
that-
please. Oh, dude.
please, for